looking forward for a top 8 berth, but he's got to take out Sean Hardam here. So here we go. And of course, in the audience, if you guys see anything you like, make some noise, show some love. Helps me, helps our drivers. Woo! Here we go. Sean Hardam up through the gears here. Brandon Kremp in tow. Sean's going to throw it in here. Very nice arc to begin us off here. Filling that first touch and go. Now starting to lean into the power. Start to degree of separation. Brandon Kremp, meanwhile, in the background. 360. Sean Hardam just got to keep it on track here. Pretty wide approach there for Sean Hardam, but he saves it. Now filling that third outer zone here. Sean Hardam just has to navigate the course here, bring it home. And he does just that. Make some noise for Sean Hardam. Man, heartbreaker for Brandon Kremp. He had an amazing lead run here, probably his best of the weekend. And just, yeah, I think just threw it in a little too hot behind Sean, trying to chase him down. And it looks like the car just over-rotated from the rear axle. And, well, we lose Brandon Kremp to the kitty litter. We got Jordan still trying to pull him out there. And moving on to the next round, it's going to be Sean Hardam. Sean Hardam gets the win. Not bad for the oldest competitor on the field. Got to wrap this thing up before nap time, though. He's going to get pretty grumpy. All right, make it official. Brandon's coming back to give some props here. Well, make some noise for both these gentlemen. Brandon, pretty good showing here today, but Sean Hardam gets the win. Sean Hardam moves on to the next round. There we go. Pretty wet. All right, next driver on the line. This is going to be Jesse Foote. Also gone up against the notorious Byron here in the top 16. All right, here comes Jesse Foote here. Very nice initiation as we come up through turn 4 into turn 5. Jesse Foote with a great degree of speed here. Throwing on a little bit of angle, throw on the brakes. Bit off that inside clip in turn 5. Now filling that last of the outer zones here. Jesse Foote looking really dialed in here. And I think this is going to bode well to later rounds of the competition. Moving on to the top 8 officially, Jesse Foote gets the win. All right, hello to those of you on the live stream once again. Joining us here at a very rainy Stratotech Park, and unfortunately mosquito infested up here in the tower as well. So if you see me doing some weird motions here, nothing's wrong with me, just trying not to get bit. That's not an entirely factual statement, but hey, look at that. Hello, Internet. How you guys doing? Hope you're having a good day. All right. So we got Carlton McDonald up next here for his buy run. It's initiated pretty well here. You can see that rain coming down even harder now. And yeah, I can see it by the, judging by the water trail coming off the back of these vehicles. Carlton McDonald, though, still navigating through the course with a great degree of speed here. Love listening to him work this thing here as we come past that last outer zone. And full pull across the line. Carlton McDonald will advance to the top 8s. All right, next driver, Reddick. JZ RX-7 putting in the work here. Dario looking really good through qualifying. Looks to be the same deal here for his buy run. Oh, man. Really nice run here for Dario so far. You know, I think if he would have had this run in qualifying, we'd probably looking at P1 right now as we get through that puddle and back out on that front straightaway, filling that last outside zone. Dario Reddick, let's go, buddy. Hoping for a more successful visit to Canada this time around. Of course, he was part of our top 16 competition at round 1, but had a valve mean a piston, but thankfully was able to shut the car down in time, and it looks like the engine has survived, and it is obviously working well. So Dario Redick moves on to the top 8. Show him some love as he comes on by. All right, next battle on deck. We're going to have Lane Weber up against Paul Gracie. Who's like actually cheering for Paul, though? How much of this is just a meme? I can never tell if you want him to do good or bad. We're just happy to see him. Gotcha. As French-English relations continue to improve at the 881 camp. Here we go. Paul Gracie in the lead. Lane Weber going to chase him down. Oh, little wobble on the entry, and around goes Paulie G. Darn. So looks like as Paul went to initiate, maybe just grabbed a little bit too much e-brake. Throws the car backward, but meanwhile on track, Lane Weber just got to finish this run out here. Wow, really nice job filling that later outside zone there for Lane Weber as he comes across. And it's going to be a full pull. And I believe we have Mr. Paul G stuck in the gravel trap into turn 3. So Lane's going to go back, and we're going to rerun them, run them for the second half of their battle, sorry. Oh, possibly not. Lane now coming into the pits. Lane, if you can hear me, go back to the line, buddy. So live pictures here. We got Paul Gracie in that Prestige Jewelers E46 stuck in the kitty litter. Man, what a heartbreak for Paul G. I think, he had the makings of a very good weekend here. I think it's also worth mentioning this is probably the first time he's gotten to drive the car really with their new setup in there. Of course, had a few problems with just the old engine supplier and setup, but got that all sorted out here. LS Daddy Joel, wherever you're at, hope you're having fun. Hope you have a day off for once, Joel. Probably not. Probably working. Probably not even watching. But that's okay. He knows I meant hi. But yeah, Paul Gracie, off to a great start at the start of this weekend. Great qualifying position here. Might have a chance to take things back from Lane Weber here, but he's definitely made a bit of a mountain out of a molehill. He's definitely going to have to really pedal it if he wants to get ahead of Lane Weber. Meanwhile, while we attend to Paul Gracie, we will step back, and we'll be right back. Welcome everybody to pre-practice for Spec-D round 2 here at the gorgeous Stratotech Raceway Park. We've just concluded the Friday action running, and so far things are off to a great start. Championship protagonist Carlton McDonald has to be the favorite out of the box here. Very good driving from the get-go, and it looks like their team is dialed and ready to take on the weekend. Worth note, championship leader right now, Sean Korskaden, had a very good practice to start with, but unfortunately midway through he lost his engine. So it might be lights out for Sean Korskaden. Dario Reddick returns for round 2 of the Spec-D Drift Series. That FDJZ powered RX-7 looking right at home on track here at Stratotech Raceway. With historic rainfall scheduled for Saturday's action, rain is the great equalizer. We'll see who comes out on top. Stay tuned to the live stream to find out who takes it home.
Hey, this is Jared Deanda, the voice of Formula Drift, and we'd like to present to you the official Canadian Licensing Partner Series, Spec-D and BCDA Drift Series.
The most powerful thing here isn't made from iron and steel, but a partnership forged from collaboration, commitment, and sustainable solutions ensuring your success. At SMS Equipment, we are more than superior machines. We are the people behind them. The people beside you today and every day. Because the right partnership makes everything possible.
JB's was built in Alberta, the province with oil in its veins and horsepower in its heart. Founded more than 50 years ago by Jim Bell. Jim created JB's with an undying passion for making vehicles look and perform better. To this day, we still strive to provide the best range of aftermarket parts, including complete engine assemblies, performance parts, truck accessories, car audio, and remote starters. With a huge selection and a full team of enthusiasts, JB's Power Center has been an obvious choice for decades. JB's Power Center, parts for enthusiasts by enthusiasts.
This is the Drift Logic Podcast, bringing you the drivers, their builds, and the raw behind-the-scenes action of drifting in the Pacific Northwest.
Drift Logic is brought to you by the BCDA and Spec-D.
ARP, the ultimate fasteners available for your entire car. 25% stronger than grade 8 hardware. Race car strength and show car looks. ARP makes serious bolts.
All right,
for
so we
serious
are hearing
applications.
that...
When failure is not an option, it's ARP. Shop the largest Canadian inventory of ARP at JB's Power Center in Edmonton and Calgary at the guaranteed lowest prices. Or shop online at jbspowercenter.com.
Built on the leading edge of safety technology, ZAMP offers a wide selection of helmets that can be customized to your taste. With tons of additional safety gear all built to the highest quality and safety standards, Zamp Racing Equipment ensures your safety. Cutting edge looks, value priced, and safety, that's Zamp. Get your Zamp racing gear at JB's Power Center in Edmonton or Calgary or online at jbspowercenter.com.
All right, welcome back on the live stream. Just going to run you back through the first battle you missed. We had a little bit of technical difficulties as we got everything set up here. So we did see Sean Hardham versus Brandon Kremp, and it started off really good for Brandon Kremp here. Best run of your day, man. I thought your lead run was fantastic. Just shouting out Brandon Kremp because I see him in the audience here. But for the live stream, that's not going to make a lot of sense, is it? Anyways, Brandon Kremp had a great lead run. Sean Hardham did everything he needed to do in the chase. And then as we flip them around, Sean Hardham just able to keep up that pace in the front. And Brandon Kremp, quite the send over turn 4. But unfortunately, parks it in the kitty litter. And that is the end of his weekend here. But it was a great battle, great effort. And love to see the progression of Brandon. Yeah, I know he'll be back for more. Hey, man, when you want to sell those wheels, still no. Okay. We'll try again next round. Another thing to mention, too, just as we finish up the replay on the live here, Sean Hardham, that RX-8 has been making solid progression from round to round. Now that he's on the WiseFab steering system, it looks like that car is a lot easier to drive from, and it's really showing behind the wheel. So, big ups to Sean Hardham. Very excited to see what he can do later on in competition. All right, welcome back to Spec-D. We're here amongst a very rainy afternoon, and we are ready with another top 16 buy run. So this is Clinton Renault coming to us from beautiful British Columbia, and the half-decent 240 ST, did you say, Ryan? Yeah. Truck edition, of course. Turbo LS under most of the hood here, and Clinton Renault really showing his muscle here in these conditions, able to wheel it very well. And that car placement is perfect right now for Clinton Renault. At the top of the show, we've said it many times, rain being the great equalizer. And I really think that this track right now is suiting the driving style of Renault. So he advances on to the top 8 unchallenged, and Byron gets another loss for the day. But Clinton Renault moving on to the top 8. So we're hearing that Paul had a fuel system leak. Basically, the technical delegates at the line noticed that the leak was happening, and they decided to ask Paul to use his 5-minute time out or forfeit the run. So Paul was able to use his 5-minute time out, and they are just under the big wedding tent now trying to take a look at that thing. There's Lane Weber coming back out. Obviously, that's Paul Gracie's dance party for his battle here, so we'll see what happened to Paul Gracie. We will update you as we know more. Mr. J.C. Tessier coming up against Nick Alexander for your next battle. We got the 881 head honcho going up against Mr. Nick Alexander, the usual suspect himself. That S15 looking good. Brand new competition debut for that vehicle. Picked a pretty tricky weekend to debut it, but you know what, man? Nick, got to give him credit. Working with Justin Dubé's spotter. They've been working through the issues and just trying to get a little bit every session here. A little bit of ways to go for Nick, but hey, man, your first top 16 battle in a brand new build, I think you can be pretty happy with that. So we're hearing that Paul Gracie is hopping off the jack stands and is going to make the second half of his battle with Lane Weber. So here we go. Lights extinguished and away we go. We got JC Tessier in the lead. Wow, look at the puddle for Nick Alexander. That's Nick Cage trying to keep up here. Look at JC shredding some more parts off that Napa Auto part 180 SX here. Really pedaling it as JC in the lead position though. Nick just still trying to pick a point to dive in here. Really sticks the rotation behind JC though. Nice good highlight moment there. And wow, lots of angle for Nick to cross the line. But JC with even more parts falling off his car. So it's a pretty crucial moment in the battle between Nick and JC here. No? As Mr. Nick Cage coming back down pit row, possibly taking a 5-minute call here. Well, to finish my previous point, as yeah, it just looks like we're taking the long way around, trying to avoid the big puddle that's opened up on track turn 1 here. So JC now has to give himself some room to chase Mr. Nick Cage, of course. Nick is not fully dialed into this car, I think is fair to say. That's not to be saying he's making progression session to session here, but it's probably not going to be at the pace that JC is expecting. So spotters probably communicated to him that, hey, kind of hold back a little bit. You don't want to give him the run, but you do want to give him the space, give him the respect. And we would like to have both the gentlemen make it through the battle here unfazed. And that would be the key goal for JC as well, trying to make his second top 8 in a row here in Spec-D competition. All right, here we go. Second half of the top 16 battle. Second last battle of the top 16 before we have formed our grade 8. Nick Cage in the lead. We got JC Tessier going to chase him down. Strong start out front here for Nick. Throws it in here. Very good initiation. JC keeping good pace behind him. Man, just as I say that, look at Nick opening it up here. Angling it in here to the outer zone, bucks him, and he goes a little bit wide. Able to reinitiate here, but way off that front inside clip. Now takes out those rear outside zones with a little bit of landscape and a boot. Making it look exciting to the later half of the run. Boom, takes the shortcut through the puddle, but JC in the background. A little bit of a bobble there, not too sure what happened. Woo! Make some noise for JC and Nick. JC hops out. Congratulate Nick on a job well done. For what it's worth, I thought that was Nick's most competitive run of the weekend thus far. Looked pretty convincing in the lead until he had that bit of a bobble. But like I said, lap by lap, just put it together for Nick. Moving on to the top 8. JC Tessier gets the win. Show some love to Nick, guys. Uh-oh. JC just going to go play in the puddle now. It's really, oh man, that's just getting worse. So good job, Nick Cage. Once again, worth repeating. Tough weekend to debut a car, that's for sure. Yeah, as we see through the replay there, that puddle of water, man, just looks like on track left on the run-up. Looks like a pretty decent lake out there.
Alrighty, I think we're ready to go. Alright, they're setting off here.
All right, final battle of the top 16, second half of Lane Weber versus Paul Gracie. Paul Gracie sitting on a 0. Lane Weber just got to keep it cool in the lead. Paul's going to try to force him into a mistake here. Very nice initiation for Lane Weber. Has to back out of it a little bit, though. Separation in between Lane and Paul. Lane keeping her going. Paulie G trying to find a place to tuck in here. I love the way that Lane Weber is utilizing this whole course right now, making it look very easy in that lead run. Shaken Northstern as we come across the line is Lane Weber, and then some yards back is Paulie G. Well, that's new. All right. Moving on to the top 8. It's going to be Lane Weber. Lane Weber gets the win. That's the blue car. So Lane Weber gets a top 8 appearance here of the second round of Spec-D. Huge round of applause for Paul Gracie, though, ladies and gentlemen. Very happy that Paul Gracie was able to come out and get some runs in today. Been working away at that car pretty hard behind the scenes. Almost there for Paulie G, but man, pretty good appearance here today. So he's got to be pretty happy with that. And we will hope to see him later on down the road. So first battle of the top 8 coming up next. We're going to have Mark Dunbar up against Sean Hardem. Should be a pretty good one here. They always say you have a good lead, you can have a good chase run. See if Sean Hardem can glue that Zestino RX-8 to the door of the Drift Jesus himself. Nice initiation here for Mark Dunbar. Really starting to pedal away from Sean Hardem just as I say that. Past that first inside clip, filling that second outer zone. Past the second inside clip now for Mark Dunbar. This is the section of the course where he's really piling on that angle, but that's going to allow Sean Hardem jumping up right there in the pocket. This is really going to make the judges work for it, I think. Mark Dunbar would probably like to be a lot further down the road from Sean Hardem. And Sean Hardem Now jumping in the passenger seat of Mark Dunbar. Just kidding, that's the driver's side. So good opening volley between these two. Sean's going to go to the lead now. Mark's going to give chase. So we got Sean Hardham online. Just waiting for Mark Dunbar now. Mark Dunbar choosing to put a little bit more heat in those tires as we come back up to the line. Could be a strategic decision here. That's right, the rain stopped again. That means the mosquitoes are back out, unfortunately. They're pretty bad over here. All right, here we go. Sean in the lead, Mark going to chase him down. Big initiation here for Sean Hardham. Dunbar keeping pace with him here. Really good proximity through this portion of the course here. Sean nice and tight to that first inside clip. Works his way back up the track to fill that first outside zone. Leaves a lot of room here for Mark Dunbar to dive in. Cross that first, second inside clip. This is where we saw Sean Hardham catch up a lot to Mark Dunbar. And whoa, both drivers taking a little bit out of that puddle, but they keep it sideways, keep it rolling. As we come across the line, that's a very good set of runs between Mark Dunbar on Sean Hardham. Let's show him some love, ladies and gentlemen. Who's happy with that one? I was too. I was too. So moving on to the final four. Mark Dunbar gets the win. Mark Dunbar and the Team 881 Triple S Motorsports S14 takes the win. Sean Hardham, your Yellow Speed Racing Zestino Tires Canada RX-8. So that will be an end to Sean's weekend here. So next battle, huge championship implications here. We have Carlton McDonald currently second in points. He's going up against Jesse Foote, who obviously didn't receive any points in the first round, so looking to work his way back into the championship here. Keep in mind, it is a 4-round season this year. We got 2 rounds coming to you. We're back at it 2 weeks' time at Agassiz. Beautiful British Columbia. Very excited to be back at Agassiz. Nighttime rounds, so we're busting out the underglow. That's going to be pretty fun. And I hope it's dry. So let's see if Sean Korskadin's buddy Jesse Foote can help him out here. Jesse. Roughly, I guess, the winner of this battle probably has a really good chance of appearing in the finals. Both these drivers are very killer, looking very dialed in here this afternoon. So let's get to it. Very nice proximity to start us off from Carlton here as Jesse leads us into the course. Nice and tight to that first touch and go here. Transitions across the track. Filling that first inside clip. Now working their way back out to that second outer zone. Huge degree of angle here for Jesse Foote. But we saw it with Mark Dunbar earlier. Left that ender clip open. And Carlton McDonald took no need for the invitation and is right up into the door of Jesse Foote now. Carlton McDonald practically pushing Jesse Foote across the line. So I think a lot of this battle is going to come down to how those drivers navigate that second inside clip inside turn 5. As everybody taking various lines here to avoid the puddles. Sean Korskadin with some encouraging messages for Jesse Foote. I can't tell you what he said, but I can tell you that it was pretty motivational, I think is the fair way to say it. So here we go. Like I was saying, I think that inside clip at turn 5, that's really going to determine this battle. I think if you're a Carlton spotter, you're going to tell him to stay tight to it. If you're Jesse spotter, you're going to tell him, well, stay tight to Carlton and try to force this into it one more time. So here we go. I think this is going to be a heater here. So here we go. Carlton leads Jesse off the line. Both gentlemen enter the course together here. Jesse Foote getting right up into the business of Carlton McDonald, but I think a touch too hard and has to back it down. Meanwhile, Carlton undisturbed here. Carlton doing everything he needs to do, just keep that car right on track. Jesse Foote trying to pedal it as hard as he can, trying to play catch up as we come into that last outer zone. About 2 car lengths between him. Carlton McDonald across the line, and Jesse Foote some ways behind. All right, we are hearing Carlton McDonald moves on to the Final Four. Carlton McDonald gets the win. There was a bit of deliberation behind the scenes here. Basically, Carlton's car broke up a little bit heading towards the entry, and that caused Jesse Foote to choke up a little bit. But as it stands on the field, Carlton McDonald's going to get the win. And we'll see what comes from this. So huge day for Carlton McDonald here with a Final Four appearance to put with his second place podium in the first round. That could give him quite the points advantage leaving round two. Of course, we don't know where he's going to finish up, but he's definitely made things look good for himself. So next battle of the top 8 here, we're going to have Dario Reddick versus Lane Weber. Dario, of course, comes to us from the Washington area, and Mr. Lane Weber from Camrose. Gross. Here we go, Dario in the lead run. Lane trying to chase him down. Very nice opening volley here as we lose our first touch and go here. Pass that inside clip. Look at the speed and angle that Dario Reddick is able to achieve right now. Lane Weber having him play catch up here as Dario just throws a little bit more angle at it now to finish out the second of the last outside zones. Go through the puddle. Nice job here for Lane and Dario. Well, audience, how you guys doing? Who's got malaria? Woo! Yeah, let's go. That's not good. You guys still having fun? Boo. All right, who's not having fun? All right, go home. Get out. Leave. It's not for you anymore. Just kidding. Just kidding. Please stay. I don't want to be the reason that anybody went home. But that's totally valid, too. You can just tell them at the gate that, yo, you know what, that announcer guy? No good. No good. All right, here we go. Lane Weber and Mr. Dario Reddick coming into the course. Dario initiating right on Lane Weber's door. Lane Weber needs to pull off that lead run of his life as we leave the two first touch and goes here past that inside clip. Lane Weber is doing just that, but Dario Reddick keeping perfect pace as we come through turn 5 past that inside clip. Dario Reddick basically riding around there, bouncing around like loose change in the passenger seat of Lane Weber. Lane Weber, meanwhile, up front using the whole course. Very nice lead run here for Lane Weber, but you gotta say in that chase position, Mr. Dario Reddick, also very impressive. Well, I think we can make some noise for both Dario Reddick and Lane Weber. Very good battle, gentlemen. Moving on to the Final Four, Dario Redick gets the win. Dario makes his first Spec-D Final Four appearance. Lane Weber, though, what a weekend for him. Hell yeah. All right, our next battle on deck, we got Clinton Renault versus JC Tessier for a spot in the Final Four. See who's going to grab it. We got Clinton in the lead. JC going to give chase first. Here how we go. Very nice initiation for Clinton here. JC keeping really good pace with him as we go towards those first two touch and go areas. Bumper dragging already for JC. Meanwhile, Clinton out front filling that first outside rear zone, leaving a lot of room off that first inside clip though. And it did give JC a bit of a chance to catch up there, but he loses his bumper right in the rocks. A little bit of a low angle charge here for JC in that chase position. Meanwhile, pretty faultless, you gotta say, for Clinton Renault in the lead position. All right, here we go. Second half of JC and Clinton. Up through the gears we go. JC doing a really good job in that lead position as we fill that first touch and go. Transitions from left to right. Trying to ride that high line here. Nice job, perch that inside clipping point. Look at Clinton Renault, though. Not shaking in that chase position. JC doing the best lead run he can. And that has given Clinton a lot to work with here. Dives in nice and late here up to the door of JC Tessier. Clinton Renault is just a corner away from possibly locking this into a first Final Four appearance. As we come across the line. Woo! Woohoo! Well, make some noise for Clinton and JC, guys. We love the display of sportsmanship here. Good job, JC. Well, show him some love. Purple and a pink car. Pretty cool. Pretty cool, man. So really good lead runs I felt from Clinton Renault there. JC, also pretty good lead run. I think lead for lead, both the gentlemen, pretty even. I think what it's going to come down to is that chase performance from Clinton on that one, as our judges are just further deliberating here. So moving on to the final four from the half decent drift team. It's Clinton Renault gets the win. Show some love for JC Tessier, the showman all the time. That looked fun. And Clinton Renault gets his first Spec-D Final Four appearance. Not too shabby. Both drivers' rookie season in Spec-D. And both looking good. So here we go, Final Four action. The Final Four is set. One side, we got Mark Dunbar against Carlton McDonald. On the other side, we got Dario Reddick versus Clinton Renault. No pressure, Mark, but you got to win for Alberta, buddy. You gotta defend it. So here we go, off the line. Nice initiation here for Mark Dunbar. Carlton McDonald all over him in the chase position right now. Great degree of proximity between the two drivers. Mark Dunbar starting to throw a little bit more out of it. Carlton McDonald washed out there a bit, but not too far off. Oh, has to check it up in the chase position. Just a little too impatient, but now diving up in there of the driver's door of Mark Dunbar, and they come across the line together. Spec-D faithful, make some noise. Just noticed as we left the line here, Carlton McDonald's car, a little bit more pops and bangs to it. Not too sure if it's running at 100% here, but I mean, hey, Judging by that chase position, I don't think Carlton's got anything to worry about. Great run between them, you know. I was pretty happy with that one. How about you guys? You pretty happy with that one? Yeah. Yeah. All right, here we go. Second half of the first top four battle. Carlton McDonald in the lead run. Nice initiation here. Mark Dunbar hanging back just a little bit. Trying to pick a point to dive in here as we cross those first two touch and goes, eyeing up that first inside clip. Carlton McDonald, huge swing of angle, filling in that second outer zone, past the second inner zone. Really trying to work it up here. Nice dive in now for Mark Dunbar. Carlton McDonald would really like to walk away with the win on this one, but I don't think Mark Dunbar's gonna let him. Woo! So I think this is another one of those tricky ones that are gonna come down to those lead runs. Carlton McDonald, I feel, played it pretty safe in his lead run, where I feel Mark really just let it hang out there, man. Really sick angle, really nice attack run in Mark's lead run. However, in the chase, you got to say, definitely all Carlton. He was a lot closer to Mark throughout the majority of the course. Mark held back a little bit, but you know what? I think he did everything he needed to do to try to force it in his favor. And we will see what our judges say about this one. All right, we do have a decision. Bit of a split decision, but moving on to the finals. Carlton McDonald gets the win. Carlton McDonald and the Mustang will get the win. Good job, Justin. So Mark Dunbar will have a chance to go for another, first podium of the season. I think Mark found his way. So one of our judges wanted to see it one more time. To be honest, I did too. But that's why they don't let me judge. They just gave me the talkie stick me over here, and I guess I'm your guys' problem. So sounds like an issue, not an issue me though, buds. So other side of your top 4 bracket, we got Super D Dario up against small issue there, but it looks like we're okay. Still good? Still good. Fell on the table. Got excited. Stop it, Travis. Go back in the tent, Travis. Alrighty, here we go. Second battle of the Final Four to form our finals, and of course, subsequent to the third place battle. Dario Reddick up against Clinton Renault. Here we go. Nice snappy initiation for Dario here. Clinton keeping it nice and competitive. But man, as we lay into turn 4, look at Dario Reddick, man. Absolutely slamming that loud pedal, throwing more angle at it. And really nice job across the second inside clip. Now filling that third outer zone, transfer across the track to the fourth outer zone. Dario Reddick, really good job in the lead run. Meanwhile, Clinton Renault in the later half of the course here has really stuck into the frame. Great battle to start. Woo! So we're waiting for these gentlemen to get back up online here. Special guest for you, Mr. JC Tessier. Man, what a competition round for you, buddy. How you feeling after that one?
Really happy. The 360 was the little icing on top. Unfortunately, we didn't win that battle, but we had a lot of fun. So,
one more time in English.
Malheureusement, on n'a pas gagné notre bataille, mais au moins on a fait un 360.
Si. All right, here we go. Clinton Renault in the lead now. Dario Reddick all up in the business of that half-decent 240 SXT. This is the part of the course where Clinton was able to catch up to Dario. Let's see if he can put a bit of a gap on him. A little bit lower degree of angle here for Clinton Renault. Takes out that rear bumper, takes out everything on the track right there. Little bit of a degree of separation now between them though. Pretty exciting lead run there for Clinton Renault. I think a very responsible chase job from Dario Reddick there. Would like to see him a little bit closer, but I think both gentlemen put on a very good display of run there. Happy I'm not a judge today, because that'd be pretty tough to pick out here. Hey, Justin, how you doing, buddy? You good? No? What do you mean? You got the coolest job today. Just get to point at things. Oh. Yeah, well, not much came out. It's not that bad, man. What are you complaining about? So who thinks Clinton got the win? Make some noise. Who thinks Dario got the win? Make some noise. Who wants to see him go one more time? Ah, yes. Never fails to get a laugh on the old Drift Announcer's toolbox. Call one more time even though you don't have the power to do so. One of my favorite pleasures I have. Oh, the other one I like is, can I get a hi? There we go. That warms the soul. Beautiful job, everybody, by the way. Very nicely done. So it's going to sound like I'm still filling some air here and looking for something to talk about, but I most definitely am. So make sure to join us here for Open Drift immediately after the competition completes here today. We're going to let you guys on most of the track. I don't think that's going to include turn 1 because we can no longer see it anymore. That's just gone. So we'll find something for you guys to drive around, I'm sure. You still got 8 other turns we can use here. Then we're back in action for round 3 of the Spec-D Drift Series at Agassiz. That is, 2 weekends from now, so we're right in the thick of it here. No summer break for us. Oh, buddy. Okay. So we have a split decision. Nobody gets the win because we're going to go one more time. One more time between Clinton Renault and Dario Reddick. All right, here we go. One more time between Carlton. Oh, sorry. Getting all mixed up here. We got Clinton and Dario on track. Wow. Look at Dario Reddick, man. Throwing even more angle at it. What wet line? It's starting to dry out pretty nice out there, actually. Clinton Renault, nice early transition, all up in the driver's side door of Dario Reddick. Let's go, Clinton Renault. Let's go, Spec-D. Woohoo! Woo! Talking about taking it from the judges' hands and making it work for yourself. Clinton Renault with an absolute masterful dive in on Dario Reddick there to finish out the course. Fireworks on Dario's lead run. Super excited to see what Clinton Renault has on his chance. Attention in the pits, attention in the pits. If you are the owner of some sort of black vehicle that left it by the entry gate, it is now flooded up to the hood. So that's not good. If you got a car that's underwater and that looks like yours, you should probably go fix that. Well, when we get a license plate, I'll let you know, but that's not looking. It's a WRX, a media guy. So some media guy is -1 Subaru. A shame, really. Yeah, bring it to Triple S Motorsports. I don't know. I'm sure Jared would love to look at a flooded Subaru. Oh, I think we found our guy. Go, buddy, go. Oh, no, man. Buddy, run even faster because now the track's hot. All right, here we go. Clinton Renault leading in Dario Reddick here. Dario all in the business of Clinton Renault. Clinton needs to hit that right outside zone here. Wow, look at the angle of Dario Reddick chasing him in here. Absolutely phenomenal job from Dario in the chase. Clinton trying to throw everything at it. Dario has an answer for him as he tries to throw it up into the door now. As they come across the line, make some noise for Clinton Renault and Dario Reddick. Let's go. Let's go. Man, show the love. Keep it going. Very exciting set of runs. So, really happy I'm not the judge, man. I don't know who to pick. I'd say one more time again, but, you know. Yeah, just start it. Just start it up. And various formats. So, Dario Reddick gets the win. Dario Reddick moves on to the finals. So not since the likes of Jace Habak have we had a American winner Spec-D, so that's good. We're going to pop away on the live stream from the action here and pay some bills, so make sure to support the people that support us, man. Stop right there. Looking for someone with a human touch. Thank you very much, and we'll be right back to Spec-D action.
The most powerful thing here isn't made from iron and steel, but a partnership forged from collaboration, commitment, and sustainable solutions ensuring your success. At SMS Equipment, we are more than superior machines. We are the people behind them. The people beside you today and every day. Because the right partnership makes everything possible.
ARP, the ultimate fasteners available for your entire car. 25% stronger than grade 8 hardware. Race car strength and show car looks. ARP makes serious bolts for serious applications. When failure is not an option, it's ARP. Shop the largest Canadian inventory of ARP at JB's Power Center in Edmonton and Calgary at the guaranteed lowest prices. Or shop online at jbspowercenter.com.
Hey, this is Jared Deanda, the voice of Formula Drift, and we like to present to you the official Canadian Licensing Partner Series, Spec-D and BCDA Drift Series.
JB's was built in Alberta, the province with oil in its veins and horsepower in its heart. Founded more than 50 years ago by Jim Bell. Jim created JB's with an undying passion for making vehicles look and perform better. To this day, we still strive to provide the best range of aftermarket parts, including complete engine assemblies, performance parts, truck accessories, car audio, and remote starters. With a huge selection and a full team of enthusiasts, JB's Power Center has been an obvious choice for decades. JB's Power Center, parts for enthusiasts by enthusiasts.
Built on the leading edge of safety technology, ZAMP offers a wide selection of helmets that can be customized to your taste. With tons of additional safety gear all built to the highest quality and safety standards, ZAMP racing equipment ensures your safety. Cutting edge looks, value priced, and safety, that's ZAMP. Get your ZAMP racing gear at JB's Power Center in Edmonton or Calgary or online at jbspowercenter.com.
This is the Drift Logic Podcast, bringing you the drivers, their builds, and the raw behind-the-scenes action of drifting in the Pacific Northwest.
Drift Logic is brought to you by the BCDA and Spec-D.
Welcome everybody to free practice for Spec-D round 2 here at the gorgeous Stratotech Raceway Park. We've just concluded the Friday action running, and so far things are off to a great start. championship protagonist Carlton McDonald has to be the favorite out of the box here. Very good driving from the get-go, and it looks like their team is dialed and ready to take on the weekend. Worth note, championship leader right now, Sean Korskaden, had a very good practice to start with, but unfortunately midway through he lost his engine. So it might be lights out for Sean Korskaden. Dario Reddick returns for round 2 of the Spec-D Drift Series. That FDJZ powered RX-7 looking right at home on track here at Stratotech Raceway. With historic rainfall scheduled for Saturday's action, rain is the great equalizer. We'll see who comes out on top. Stay tuned to the live stream to find out who takes it home.
All right. Welcome back to Spec-D, where America's best grassroots Gracie all compete for their Spec license. We find ourselves in the final 4. With the final set, we are currently battling for 3rd place. Mark Dunbar will have a chance against Clinton Renault. Meanwhile, on the final side of the bracket, it'll be Dario Reddick versus Carlton McDonald. All right, we are on the line, ready to go for our 3rd place battle. Mark Dunbar going to lead in Clinton Renault. Let's see what we get out of this one. Nice snappy initiation for both gentlemen. Mark Dunbar really starting to put the pedal to him. Clinton Renault riding shotgun right now as we approach that first center clip. Good degree of angle here. Mark Dunbar's been wheeling it in very strong here all weekend long. Clinton Renault diving right up to the door of the Drift Jesus himself. Early transition for Clinton Renault, chokes himself up across that that inside clip there, and Mark Dunbar, very strong performance in that lead position. Clinton Renault just gets a little bit out of whack in the chase position as we lead that 3rd outer zone. All right. So we have heard that Mark Dunbar going to call a competition timeout. Another 5-minute break here. So I guess that's another ad break for us. So if you want to see some ads, turn on the live stream in about 30 seconds, and you can see our cool little ad reel that the BCDA production team has put together for this season. I could probably tell you about some stuff coming up here. So, of course, we got our Spec-D series returning, I believe, July... I'm going to guess and say 16th. Holy moly, I was right. So July 16th, we'll be back at Rad Torque Raceway for the first round of the Spec-D Grassroots. Of course, worth mentioning Cage Kits, Mr. Rob Hartson stepping in to sponsor a full cage for the winner of our Grassroots series this year. So that's a pretty cool prize coming up. Spec-D Pro action back at it at Agassiz. And 2 weeks' time from now, of course, we got Driftcation in between then and now. So anybody heading out to Quinzel, hope you guys have a great weekend. Keep it fun, keep it rowdy. Great track out there. So big shout out to all of our BC homies who couldn't be here today. So hope you guys are hope you guys are dry wherever you are. As we are not dry here. Rain is coming back in and that is going to make sure the track is nice and wet for the finals here. We were starting to get dry conditions, but now, well, you know how it goes in Alberta. Wait 15 minutes. If you don't like the weather, it will drastically change. And, of course, we are back at Stratotech for the 7th edition of Stratobash. That'll be September 4th to 6th this year, the weekend after the long weekend. So make sure to purchase your tickets for Stratobash, the biggest drift party that we have here. Pretty excited for that one, of course. Can't believe we've been doing that 7 years now. That's kind of crazy. So you got to definitely come check that out, be a part of the madness that is Stratobash. So that is all of the ads that I remember off the top of my head. So we are going to take a break on the live stream to go back to the ad reel, and we'll be back here with more Spec-D competition in a moment's time. Thank you for joining us here at round 2 of the 2026 Spec-D Pro Drift Series.
The most powerful thing here isn't made from iron and steel, but a partnership forged from collaboration, commitment, and sustainable solutions ensuring your success. At SMS Equipment, we are more than superior machines. We are the people behind them. The people beside you today and every day. Because the right partnership makes everything possible.
Hey, this is Jared Deanda, the voice of Formula Drift, and we like to present to you the official Canadian Licensing Partner Series, Spec-D and BCDA Drift Series.
ARP, the ultimate fasteners available for your entire car. 25% stronger than grade 8 hardware. Race car strength and show car looks. ARP makes serious bolts for serious applications. When failure is not an option, it's ARP. Shop the largest Canadian inventory of ARP at JB's Power Center in Edmonton and Calgary at the guaranteed lowest prices. Or shop online at jbspowercenter.com.
JB's was built in Alberta, the province with oil in its veins and horsepower in its heart. Founded more than 50 years ago by Jim Bell. Jim created JB's with an undying passion for making vehicles look and perform better. To this day, we still strive to provide the best range of aftermarket parts, including complete engine assemblies, performance parts, truck accessories, car audio, and remote starters. With a huge selection and a full team of enthusiasts, JB's Power Center has been an obvious choice for decades. JB's Power Center, parts for enthusiasts by enthusiasts.
This is the Drift Logic podcast, bringing you the drivers, their builds, and the raw behind-the-scenes action of drifting in the Pacific Northwest.
Drift Logic is brought to you by the BCDA and Spec-D.
Built on the leading edge of safety technology, ZAMP offers a wide selection of helmets that can be customized to your taste. With tons of additional safety gear all built to the highest quality and safety standards, ZAMP racing equipment ensures your safety. Cutting-edge looks, value-priced, and safety, that's ZAMP. Get your ZAMP racing gear at JB's Power Center in Edmonton or Calgary, or online at jbspowercenter.com.
Welcome everybody to free practice for Spec-D round 2 here at the gorgeous Stratotech Raceway Park. We've just concluded the Friday action running, and so far things are off to a great start. Championship protagonist Carlton McDonald has to be the favorite out of the box here. Very good driving from the get-go, and it looks like their team is dialed and ready to take on the weekend. Worth note, championship leader right now, Sean Corskaden, had a very good practice to start with, but unfortunately midway through he lost his engine. So it might be lights out for Sean Corskaden. Dario Reddick returns for round 2 of the Spec-D Drift Series. That FDJZ powered RX-7 looking right at home on track here at Stratotech Raceway. With historic rainfall scheduled for Saturday's action, rain is the great equalizer. We'll see who comes out on top. Stay tuned to the live stream to find out who takes it home.
Hey, welcome back to Spec-D, everybody who's waited, might I add, very patiently in the stands. You guys having a good time? Is anybody dry? Nobody's dry. Who's wet? Nobody. Me, Jovi. Okay, yeah. It's interesting that all the hands didn't go up. So are you like wet, dry, excited, bored? Anybody got a beer? Yes, but not yet. Anybody got any good jokes? Oof. All right. Yeah, oh yeah. The old Chuckle Castle over there, eh? So we are just waiting for Clinton Renault, who is using his competition time out, and just finding out, not too sure what the issue is behind it, but they had to get under the car to look at something. Extra camber on one of the wheels, so some sort of suspension failure for Clinton Renault. Hopefully they'll be able to get that straightened out, and at least in safe condition so that he can complete his battle with Mark Dunbar. A pretty good first run for both those gentlemen. I think Mark Dunbar might have the early advantage here. There was a very clean lead run. But Clinton Renault, man, no slouch in that chase either. He's been doing a very good job in the water here at Stratotech. And it's coming down quite heavy again. Not sure if you can really make it out the best on the stream, but we were getting almost clear running, but we are back to full wet conditions, I believe. Sure, I don't got to let you guys in the stands know that it's raining anymore. I'm sure you'll be able to figure that out. If not, got a very simple test to tell. You can just stick your hand out under your umbrella. Does it feel wet? Yes, it's raining. Look at how that works. Isn't that neat? Or you could come over here and get some malaria, hang out with the mosquitoes in the tower. Me and my entourage here are just, we're just chilling. So it sounds like Clinton was able to resolve his issue, and he'll be heading back out here. And we can continue on with our show. Always seems to be the usual go about drifting. We get into the finals, and suddenly, if you haven't used those 5-minute timeouts, well, now's the time to use them. It is a notorious hurry up and wait sport sometimes, but that's the way she goes some days. Hey, you don't know that. Who's got a 5-minute timeout left? Anyone just want to use them? I think you can use them if you're out of competition. I'm not sure. I say why not? So second part of this battle is going to be Clinton Renault in the lead position. Mark Dunbar going to give chase. Who's sticking around for open drift afterwards? Brett. You guys? Okay, yeah. You guys going to check it out? Awesome. I don't think we're using turn 1. I don't know why, JC. You could let us know. Yeah, the duck. Yeah, we don't want to bug the duck. We got to leave the duck there. Thank you. Very good. What's that? It does look like a drifting duck. But, I don't know, man. I ain't going to go chase him, dude. I'm kind of scared of him. So, yeah. You could suggest that he's some sort of spec duck or something. I don't know. Ah. Are we there yet? Almost. Looks like we're just warming up tires on the far side of the course here. Mark Dunbar to join Mr. Clinton Renault at the line. Of course, keep in mind these gentlemen are battling for third place here today. What a run of form for Mark Dunbar this season. Finished up 4th in round 1. Potential to finish one better in 3rd place today. Putting together a pretty good championship challenge here for him. As Clinton Renault as well, you got to say, his first Spec-D season at it. I think it was a top 8 finish in round 1, and looking to finish hopefully on the box here, maybe 4th place. Let's find out where they're going to be. As Clinton Renault. Ooh, it is super wet up there. You can tell by that tire spray coming off the back of those vehicles. But in that spray, crucially, is Mark Dunbar keeping that proximity up nice and high as we come past that first inside clip to fill that first outer zone. This is the big part of the battle here across that second inside clip. Clinton Renault finds a little bit of space on Mark Dunbar. Mark really pedaling it, trying to catch back up to Clinton. Clinton takes a shortcut through the puddle. Mark Dunbar, not too sure what happened, but dropped a bit off the pace. All right, we do have a decision, but in usual drift event fashion, we're going to just make you all wait around in the wait for it. Not too sure who got the win there, but good battle, I suppose. And, I got a feel that Mark Dunbar would probably like to get that chase job back. Got a little gap there, but that's all right. So here we are, just in time for the most intense rain we've experienced throughout the afternoon. It is time for your final battle. One half of the side, we got Carlton McDonald in that beautiful Ford Mustang going up against Mr. Dario Reddick in the cool JZ-powered FD RX-7. And yes, I think it will be first American round winner since Mr. Jace Havoc had that, is that 22? When was that, Dustin? 22 or 23. But yeah, Jace Havoc came up here and just absolutely just nailed his season. It was a wicked one to watch, and lots of love for Mr. Jace. So there we go. We are here for the finals. Let's make some noise, guys. I know I've been bothering you all day, but we only got a few times left. It's going to be okay. It'll be all right. So lights extinguished, and here we go. Dario Reddick in the lead. Carlton McDonald going to chase him down. Look at the water that's starting to form on the track here. Very nice initiation for Dario Reddick. Carlton McDonald riding shotgun as we reach that second touch and go. And then up past that first inside clip. So you can pour it on here past the second inside clip. It's becoming a lake out there. But Dario Reddick, so far, from the car everywhere he needs to be. Carlton McDonald, a little bit of clutch kick, tries to get up to the door. Now riding shotgun with Dario Reddick across the line. Make some noise for Dario and Carlton. Right on. Oh, wow, you can really start to see how much standing water is there at that last outer zone. It's laking up here pretty good, Dustin. Why didn't you turn off the rain, man? I thought you had control of the server.
Sorry, not this one.
Not this one? What do you mean?
This is too IRL.
What the hell, dude? Of course, Mr. Dustin of Electric Media fame, keeping the 24/7 Stratobash servers going up on Assetto Corsa. So spots, fancy yourself a little bit of sim drifting. Make sure to check out Electric Media for all the download links and all that good stuff. Virtual Drift Series, maybe in the works. Maybe in the works, all right. Yep, it's not sim drifting season, though. It's going outside, hanging out with your friends, enjoying lovely weather. Yeah, and mosquitoes, yay! That's all right, lots of them. Man, big shout out to all the media today. I do not envy you guys. Ugh. You're killing me. You're killing me, Smalls. Hey, guess what? Yes, that's right. Another competition timeout. Now, the good news about this, it is technically the last one we'll have, so that's good. But, yeah. So, yeah. Not much to say at this point. We'll be right back with the action. Dario Reddick going on the stands for his competition minute, 5-minute timeout. We'll be right back and switching it back to the ads. So if you haven't bought any of this stuff, hop online, maybe order some of the stuff. Support the sponsors that support the series. We thank you very much for your patience here at round 2 of the Spec-D Drift Series. We'll be right back.
Welcome everybody to free practice for Spec-D round 2 here at the gorgeous Stratotech Raceway Park. We've just concluded the Friday action running, and so far things are off to a great start. championship protagonist Carlton McDonald has to be the favorite out of the box here. Very good driving from the get-go, and it looks like their team is dialed and ready to take on the weekend. Worth note, championship leader right now, Sean Korsgaden, had a very good practice to start with, but unfortunately midway through he lost his engine. So it might be lights out for Sean Korsgaden. Dario Reddick returns for round 2 of the Spec-D Drift Series. That FDJZ powered RX-7 looking right at home on track here at Stratotech Raceway. With historic rainfall scheduled for Saturday's action, rain is the great equalizer. We'll see who comes out on top. Stay tuned to the live stream to find out who takes it home.
Hey, this is Jared Deanda, the voice of Formula Drift, and we like to present to you the official Canadian Licensing Partner Series, Spec-D and BCDA Drift Series.
ARP, the ultimate fasteners available for your entire car. 25% stronger than grade 8 hardware. Race car strength and show car looks. ARP makes serious bolts for serious applications. When failure is not an option, it's ARP. Shop the largest Canadian inventory of ARP at JB's Power Center in Edmonton and Calgary at the guaranteed lowest prices. Or shop online at jbspowercenter.com.
This is the Drift Logic Podcast, bringing you the drivers, their builds, and the raw behind-the-scenes action of drifting in the Pacific Northwest.
Drift Logic is brought to you by the BCDA and Spec-D.
Alrighty. Welcome back to the final rounds of our top 16 competition here during round 2 of the Spec-D Drift Series. Over the pits, Reddick had a bit of a fueling issue. Sounds like the car was starting to dump fuel pretty profusively, but they have it sorted out now. So I think we should have a full pole in this battle.
We can get back in tomorrow. Tomorrow, I don't think anyone's coming tomorrow. They should have but if I leave the SMS.
Aw. Bye, Brandon. Bye, buddy. Wait a minute, he's... Huh.
I don't think these guys are leaving until tomorrow anyway, so they're leaving their stuff here overnight. Because you can't really, like, no one wants to leave that at a hotel. No. Good business, it's all on you.
All right. So potentially for the final time today, here is the final run. Make some noise. Get excited. It's almost beer o'clock, everybody. Woo! Yeah. Let's go. Here we go. Carlton McDonald in the lead run. Dario Reddick going to give chase as we burn through the puddles here. Dario Reddick keeping good pace with Carlton McDonald through the course. Nice early transition here. Hopefully it doesn't check him up. But oh, no! Dario Reddick spins, takes on some water past the first inside clip. Carlton McDonald, 2 corners away from gold here today. Filling that last outside zone. Perfect job for Carlton McDonald. Just needs to keep it where the rubber meets the water. And Carlton McDonald has done it across the line for unofficially his first win of the Spec-D Drift Series. Make some noise for Carlton McDonald and Dario Reddick, everyone. Your Spec-D Round 2 finalists.
Good, we done. Pack her on in. We'll figure out what we're doing for open drift.
So don't be shy, media. Come on down. Make sure to grab these awesome photos of these tried and true and very wet warriors. Guarantee you they're looking for a beer as well. But a pretty fantastic round. You know, took a little bit. Started off as a slow burn, a little bit of a slow crawl through competition here, but I think we can all agree, driving, top notch. While it may not have been hot, the action was definitely hot on track. There we go. They got the extra SMS equipment hat here. Nice work. Oh, man, look. It even matches Mark Dunbar pretty well, too. That's pretty styled out, pretty accessoried out. All right. Well, do we got the novelty checks ready to be handed out? Where's the gigantic novelty checks? That's the only reason we drift, actually, was for the gigantic novelty check. Still waiting for mine, but, you know, one of these days.
We can't really print one out that says Big Iron and you can patch.
Yeah, can't fit that many zeros on them, brother. As the rain increases in intensity one more time, let's hear it for all the drivers, staff, and competitors here this weekend. Big special shout out to my little brown DJ, Mr. Jeremy. I wouldn't sound near half as good if it wasn't for him. He's doing all. I got the easy job. My name, of course, is Tony Kosh. Check me out, Yay Drifting. Get it? Yay Drifting. As Dustin's got a mention here.
Hey, just a quick mention, Mr. Clinton Renaud, if you're in the pits, can you head out to the tarmac here as well? We do have a little something for you.
All right, Clinton straight away, but to handle some business because people are getting wet, they're just now starting to complain. Finishing in third place here today, Mark Dunbar finishes in third. Great job there for Mark. Loved watching you drive this weekend, buddy. Awesome work. So, time to announce our winner of the event. And as I mentioned, first time since Jace Habik have we had an American winner on Canadian soil. Oh, man. But that's all right. Getting the win today and securing the lead in the championship, Carlton McDonald is your winner of Spec-D Round 2. Dario Reddick, an impressive first Spec-D podium, will wind up in second. And Clinton Renault rounds out your top 4 in 4th place. So one more time, 4th place, Clinton Renault. 3rd place, Mark Dunbar. 2nd place, Dario Reddick. And your winner today, Carlton McDonald. Spec-D would like to thank all of our staff, friends, families, visitors, fans for hanging out, kicking it with us today. I know it was a big ask, but you guys champed it out through all of it. Even dealt with that pesky announcer, so thank you. Kalen, your job's not done yet, so. But on behalf of myself, Tony Kosh, the production team, and all of the staff, judges, volunteers, and drivers here, I'd like to thank you very much for making Spec-D part of your very wet weekend plans here. But we really you guys joining us here at Stratotech Raceway Park. We'll be back in action in 2 weeks' time at Round 3 Agassiz Raceway for Round 3 of the Spec-D Drift Series in 2026. For now, we'll catch you online, we'll catch you on the track, and we'll see you guys later. Thank you very much. Renault.
Hey, this is Jared Deanda, the voice of Formula Drift, and we like to present. Hey, this is Jared Deanda, the voice of Formula Drift, and we like to present to you the official Canadian Licensing Partner Series, Spec-D and BCDA Drift Series.
Built on the leading edge of safety technology, ZAMP offers a wide selection of helmets that can be customized to your taste. With tons of additional safety gear all built to the highest quality and safety standards, ZAMP racing equipment ensures your safety. Cutting-edge looks, value-priced, and safety, that's ZAMP. Get your ZAMP racing gear at JB's Power Center in Edmonton or Calgary, or online at jbspowercenter.com.
The most powerful thing here isn't made from iron and steel, but a partnership forged from collaboration, commitment, and sustainable solutions ensuring your success. At SMS Equipment, we are more than superior machines. We are the people behind them. The people beside you today and every day. Because the right partnership makes everything possible.
JB's was built in Alberta, the province with oil in its veins and horsepower in its heart. Founded more than 50 years ago by Jim Bell. Jim created JB's with an undying passion for making vehicles look and perform better. To this day, we still strive to provide the best range of aftermarket parts, including complete engine assemblies, performance parts, truck accessories, car audio, and remote starters. With a huge selection and a full team of enthusiasts, JB's Power Center has been an obvious choice for decades. JB's Power Center, parts for enthusiasts by enthusiasts.